This newscast is brought to you by Qberg, Pittsburgh's source for LGBTQ+ news and community information. Learn more about Qberg by visiting their website at qberg.com. That's QBURGH.com. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are reporting at this hour. The Daily Dot is reporting that in the lead up to the election in November 2024, Captive Dreamer 7, an ex-user, boasted that his viral tweets about Haitians allegedly eating dogs and cats in September of 2024 caused a weeks-long panic across the country. The specious tale of migrants was a microcosm of both the election and Captive Dreamer's online output, pro-white sentiments cloaked in anti-immigrant language. Vice President J.D. Vance took note of Captive Dreamer and followed his account, as did prominent members of the second Trump administration, including Elon Musk and interim U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C., Ed Martin. On February 5th, as Musk tore through USAID's funding, Captive Dreamer, misreading a quote in a news article, asked if the agency had been propping up the entirety of left-wing Europe with cash. Yes, Musk replied, his response drawing 6 million views. Captive Dreamer also flagged posts for U.S. Attorney Martin, who launched a campaign to prosecute online threats against Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency, better known as DOGE, as the identities of Musk's team were revealed. On February 3rd, Will Stansel, a research fellow, shared the name and a photo of a DOGE employee. Captive Dreamer replied to Stansel with a quote from Martin warning about targeting DOGE employees. Stansel responded by calling Captive Dreamer a neo-Nazi, part of a months-long back and forth that the two have had. Captive Dreamer tagged Martin and alleged that Stansel had threatened Musk. U.S. Attorney Martin, who also shared a post by Captive Dreamer in November about immigration, responded, "Thank you, noted." The Captive Dreamer account on X features a profile that depicts David Koresh, the leader of the Branch Davidian doomsday cult at the center of the 1993 Waco siege, wearing a MAGA hat. While Waco was a flashpoint that helped fuel the modern right, Captive Dreamer's posts take influences from further back in time. Among the posts shared by Captive Dreamer were quotes such as this since deleted post from June 14th, 2024 that said, "I believe in Hitler, in National Socialism, in total N-word death. They whine about how I talk, but that's because I am an Aryan, confident, and I am not the rest of it's expletive-laden, and I can't read it on air." In January 2024, Captive Dreamer wrote, "Racism doesn't exist. Blacks just aren't smart enough to fly planes." In December 2023, he wrote, "I think it's probably the fact that Arabs are low IQ and extremely low in impulse control." It gets worse from there, folks. We believe it is necessary to expose the overt racism, bigotry, homophobia, and hatred espoused, or at the very least tolerated, by Vice President J.D. Vance and other high-ranking officials, such as interim U.S. Attorney Ed Martin, when it exists on social media. In other news, Huffpost is reporting that critics have slammed White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt's response to a French lawmaker's call for the Statue of Liberty to be returned to France. Leavitt's remark was insulting, shocking, and effing disgusting, said commenters on social media. European Parliament member Raphael Glucksmann said Sunday that America under President Donald Trump no longer represents the values of freedom and democracy that have become synonymous with the statue. Glucksmann suggested the landmark which France gave to America to commemorate the centennial of the American Declaration of Independence should come home. Fox News' Peter Doocy asked Leavitt during Monday's White House press briefing if Trump would agree to that. "Absolutely not," Leavitt replied. "And my advice to that unnamed low-level French politician would be to remind them that it's only because of the United States of America that the French are not speaking German right now," she continued. Leavitt concluded, "So they should be very grateful to our great country." The comment prompted a history lesson on social media, given France's assistance in the American Revolution and other countries' roles alongside America in World War II, not to mention World War I. Michael McFaul, the Obama-era U.S. ambassador to Russia and current professor of political science at Stanford University, described it as such a shocking, insulting statement about an ally from anyone, let alone a senior White House official. And the regime marches on, unabashed by our allies and completely unhinged. Be sure to download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. If you are watching our videos on the PEP Radio channel on YouTube, be sure to click the subscribe button. That's the news at this hour. Now back to more music on PEP Radio.